Hola, hello. Welcome to the first episode of Supra Chat with me, your host, Valeria. First off, we're gonna start with the girls introducing themselves. So, USA, go ahead, your thing.
Hi, again, welcome to the first Super Chat. I'm Regina Gray. I'm from the United States. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I work for the #1 laser hair removal company in the United States. And in my role, I get to travel all across the United States to all of our clinics as a traveling sales manager.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hugrún Birta Eilsdóttir. I am 24 years old. I am from Iceland and I work as a cosmetic brand manager, certified instructor in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and also a marketing student.
Hi, my name is Eva Louise Wilson, and this year I'm representing New Zealand at Miss Supranational. At home, I am studying towards a Bachelor of Health Science, and when I graduate, I plan to use this degree to advocate for minority health in different populations in New Zealand.
Hello everyone, my name is Mercy Mukwiza and I'm from Zambia. If you don't know where that is, it's in the South Central of Africa. I am a commercial model and an entrepreneur.
Hello everyone, my name is Jaisel Taus and I represent Colombia here in Miss Supranational and a psychologist and also have been a model.
Hello everybody, my name is Natalia Hoshowska. I come from Slovakia. I study international relations and diplomacy at university, and I also work in a modeling agency as a model.
So as you can see, our girls are not only beautiful, but they also do many stuff in their lives. And speaking about this, we're gonna start off with a topic that we're gonna discuss. And this topic is pageant and their stereotypes. How are you girls trying to change these stereotypes that are around the pageants? We all know that people think that pageantry girls are just beautiful. But I mean, as you can see, you just heard them, they do a lot of things. So what are your thoughts on this? Anyone?
I think the best way that I can help to break those stereotypes are by letting people know that when they see me in the crown and the sash, I have so many other things going on outside of the crown and sash. Yes, it is a job. Yeah, being a beauty queen is definitely a job, but it's not a job you're paid for. Oftentimes, we're volunteering our personal time in order to work with our different charities and our organizations, and we have full-time jobs on top of that. So I always like to stress to people, I am a career woman first, beauty queen second, and I use my platform as a beauty queen to help gain awareness for all the causes that I'm interested in. Specifically for me would be heart health awareness because I lost my father to a heart attack. So it just was like the perfect way for me to use the title and then also give back. So that's how I help.
Yeah. For me, I try to make them understand that when you say beauty pageant, we're not talking about outward beauty. We're talking about inward beauty. You know, as beauty queens, people like to focus on the 10% of the job, which is wearing a crown and looking glamorous. But there's so much that goes into it. We get to do a lot of work for our communities, and we touch a lot of people's lives and make them better. And that's what they should focus on when they think of a beauty pageant. It's not about who is the most beautiful. It's about who is the most beautiful inside. Yes.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think that it should be like a complete thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that was my final answer, like about beauty and like how would I describe it. And of course, there's outside beauty, but the inner beauty is also important. And I always say that if you're not beautiful on the inside, you won't be beautiful on the outside. But I would like to add to the thing that you said, that people don't focus on other things just on when you wear a crown. In my experience, some people don't know about the work I've done besides just wearing the crown throughout the whole year.
Yes.
And they don't even know, for example, that I have my own personal projects or that I'm a medical technology student. So I totally agree with that, and I identify myself. Does anyone else have anything?
Yes, I must say that I agree with you because every time someone asks me like what are you doing in a pageant, or what is it all about, I always try to say that it's not just about the beauty, it's about like influence others with positive what is the things, and also it's about the kindness, charisma, and also doing like you some projects and helping others. So I always try to like make people explain and make people understand that it's just not just about the beauty, but also a lot of work is behind that.
And for me, it's very important to join a beauty pageant, well, in Iceland, because I wanted to show others that you can grow out of the conditions that you grew up in. And for me, it was bullying. So I got, so when I was younger, I had so hard time express myself and get to know others and be open about my opinions. And joining a beauty pageant definitely opened me up. So I'm very thankful and happy about.
Actually, a lot of people don't know that. Even not only pageantry, but having even classes as model can help you out with these things that like make you be a little bit antisocial.
Right.
So I went a little bit through that too, even though I'm a social butterfly, as we all know. But when I was younger and before I started modeling, I actually didn't like my height because I was taller than everyone. Back home, there's not much tall women, so I have to live with it, and I love it. I embrace it, actually. I want to be taller now. But, so modeling actually helped me out with that. I used to be on pictures like this, and like shrugged, and like, so that no one could see that I'm like so different to the other people. And when I started modeling, I started loving how tall I was. So it was nice that actually it helped you out with that. And a lot of people don't know that. They just think that we're born like that.
Yeah.
We're not born with these skills. I know for me personally, I didn't become comfortable with public speaking until I joined beauty pageants. I actually would cringe at the thought of getting in front of people to talk to them. I would literally think of every possible worst case scenario, what I could possibly say or do to make an idiot out of myself. But it wasn't until I was put in a position where, as a title holder, you're forced to go speak to people. You're forced to go talk to strangers. You're forced to express what you're passionate about. And so you have to, like you said, build different skills. And for me, it was that confidence in public speaking. And I'm grateful that now I can do that because it helps me in my job and also helps me now as a national title holder.
Yes, well, I think that that's happened because sometimes people forgot or don't know that behind the beauty queen there is a person. Then there is a person with dreams. There is a person we have like fears. There is a person who have a different background, like you say. And yes, nosotros tenemos que tener en cuenta que detrás de cada reina de belleza hay una mujer fuerte, una mujer que se está enfrentando a muchísimas cosas y situaciones para poder representar de la mejor manera a su país. Y pues claro que son mujeres que sueñan, que son capaces de lograr muchísimas cosas, que tienen, no sé, muchísimos planes y que sobre todo están como poniendo su belleza a la orden de muchas organizaciones, fundaciones que están buscando hacer un cambio, inspirar a otras personas y cambiar el mundo a través de su belleza, porque no es solamente, como tú dices, no se trata solamente de belleza física, sino también de belleza interior.
Okay, so to translate that.
Sorry, but sometimes I have problems. I tell you before.
It's totally fine. We're human, and we, in our case, we think in two languages, in English and Spanish, so it's fine. So basically, what she was saying is that behind every beauty queen, there's a person, there's a human being, and a beauty queen. I'm trying to sum it up, summarize it. So a beauty queen puts in the disposal of other people, organizations, their image because they become a role model. So they work with organizations, charities, and stuff like that to actually do a little more than just being a beautiful person, if totally relative. And you said something else about... It was so much. Wait.
There was so much.
It was so much for me. It was like, okay. Well, but basically it was just that, and it's a real person behind the beauty queen with real dreams, real aspirations, and all of that. So that's what she said in Spanish.
Well, and I also want to add that we are here. For me, beauty pageants are like the perfect opportunity to demonstrate to the world that we are not like beauty girls, beauty women. We are here in the world to inspire the girls and to demonstrate that a beauty queen is more than more than just physical beauty.
An image.
And just more than image, it's more than be glamorous all the time.
It's that voice, yeah.
I agree.
I think that with the beauty pageants, we can actually make ourselves better. We can become better versions of ourselves. And we all know that we can discipline our fears. And with this, we can move forward and to make better things and also influence others. So I think it's a good thing and it's a great opportunity for all of us, I guess.
In New Zealand, I want to hear from you.
I personally believe that the people who buy into the negative connotations that come with a beauty queen or a pageant are probably just looking at the aspect of just the show, just the part on stage, the vanity. And I joined a pageant because I'm into the hair and the makeup. I find that really fun and I love hanging out with all the girls, but there's so much more. I invite those people to come and to actually meet the girls, to chat with any of us, to reach out to any of us in person. And I think that if they took that time to look deeper, not just to watch the show, but to ask us questions, to have a chat, they would feel what I feel we're all feeling here at this pageant, to be in a room every day with near 90 girls, each of which have their own story, their own passions. It's so inspiring. So to be part of something like Miss Supranational, I think, helps us all become better people. I hear all of your stories and it makes me want to think, what could I do? What could I reach out? What could I become?
I think even we can all agree that the Supranational organization is doing an incredible job of breaking those stereotypes. Just even with this forum right here, there aren't other pageants that do things like that allow us to speak about what we're passionate about and also allow us to just speak our opinions and have our voices heard. We're not just on a stage, like you said, just for the show. There's so many other aspects that lead up to that show. It's 3 weeks of that. Little do you guys know, 3 weeks that lead up to that moment. And it's not just that. We have an incredible app that shows all the behind the scenes where you can read all of our bios. So we're doing the extra step that most pageants don't do to break those stereotypes.
Yes, I've always thought of the fact that people should just put themselves in our heels, to not say shoes. There's more than just an image. There's more than just wearing a crown or having a sash and always doing your makeup and looking beautiful. There's so much more than that. And I got to experience it as a queen, but I know that you girls get the full experience also as your representatives of your countries, because the girls that start off when the national title gets handed to them are not the same girls that come out, even if they don't win. Like, it's a full development that goes on while you're preparing for a pageant and when you actually are in a pageant. So, but speaking about the things of people asking you more questions and getting to know each other, we'll know more about this because we will get questions from the fans in the next segment. But before, let's see what the winner will get when she wins. Actually, she will get an apartment in Thailand, in Bangkok, Thailand. So let's have a look at it. And we're back. And in this segment, we're gonna be answering some questions made by you, our Supra fans. You guys posted some interesting questions. I was actually very surprised by this. And I chose one for each of our girls, and we're gonna do 3 now. And we're gonna start off with USA.
Okay.
Your question comes from, sorry if I say the username wrong, but Lia Bea Lata. And her question Yeah. March is the Women's Month. For you, what is the greatest advantage of being a woman?
Oh, wow. There are so many advantages of being a woman. I can't imagine living my life as a man, no offense. However, I just know that we as women, we have so many Supra powers. One being the fact that we are naturally nurturing and giving. And so couple that with the fact that we can produce life. And also we have this natural aura about us, and that aura is femininity. Femininity is so powerful because it can be so many things. It can be strength, it can be softness, it can be having discernment in a situation, or just having a voice in a situation. And I think that is the most beautiful thing about being a woman. And then obviously we can participate in things like this, pageantry. That is one of the most incredible things, being around other women as voices and opportunities to lift each other up. So I definitely think that I am blessed and to be a woman, especially to be a woman in the country that I live in. I know I have so many opportunities and so many freedoms that I will say at times that I have taken for granted, but I know now I'm so grateful and thankful for that. So just being a woman also in the 21st century is incredible because we're seeing so many changes and empowerment across the world. So it's safe to say I'm proud to be a woman.
Very well. Nice answer. So our next girl will be New Zealand. Your question is, as soon as you come from a country with a small backing up for pageantry, how did you prepare to compete for a well-known international pageant like Miss Supranational? And this question comes from Rhea Graham, and they're sending their love from the Philippines.
Oh, thank you. I think the first thing that I told myself when I was elected Miss Supranational New Zealand was that even though I am from a small country and that we don't necessarily have the fan base that some other countries do for pageants, that being from New Zealand and being a winner, that I was still worthy to be here, that just because I wasn't winning in a country with a huge population, that my achievement was still an achievement. So believing in myself, believing that I could do it, that I didn't need teams to help me, that I could do it on my own and that I could find my independence before I came here. It also meant that at times I felt a lack of support, but it was a little bit of innovation, I think. So instead of having a trainer, I would look up things online. So I'll be practicing on my own in the hallway in my high heels, and my national costume, I actually made it myself. So just little things like that, trying to innovate, trying to overcome little obstacles one at a time, and just having faith that even though I might not have millions and millions of fans back home, my family support me, my friends support me, and that I deserve to be here just like everyone else does.
Which is actually the important thing, that
Yes.
the people that love you are the ones that support you the most.
Exactly.
So, and actually, I think that adds up a little bit more to your whole experience. The fact that you get to make your own national costume and like the fact that you have to work so much harder than maybe other girls adds a little bit more to your whole development. Like we were speaking before. The girl that starts off, it's not the same girl that ends the pageant.
Exactly.
So that's nice. I like it. And our third girl, Colombia. So your question is, speaking about sacrifices and having to work hard, what sacrifice have you made to take the crown?
Well, I think that our journey on all... I'm gonna answer in Spanish. Sorry.
Okay, just make sure that you stop so I can translate in a normal pattern.
Okay.
Habla un poquito y después me das a traducir.
Yeah. Bueno, yo creo que en todo el camino siempre hacemos muchísimos sacrificios, así como tú decías. Nosotras comenzamos siendo unas y terminamos siendo otras, y lo mejor de todo es que independientemente del resultado del concurso, independientemente todos los sacrificios que hemos hecho, los problemas que hayamos tenido, terminamos siendo una mejor versión de nosotras que la que inició. Entonces, esa es una de las cosas que más me gusta.
Okay, stop. So she just basically agreed with what I said, that it's true that when you start off the pageant and when you end, you're not the same girl. You have to do a lot of sacrifices and you develop yourself in a very various ways. And she's going to continue now.
So, para mí no ha sido como un solo sacrificio, sino que pues se han sacrificado muchísimas cosas, pero todas han valido la pena porque, como te digo, me han convertido en una mejor versión.
So she doesn't have just one thing. She has had to sacrifice just many things. And lo último fue.
Pues creo ahora soy una mejor persona.
But it doesn't matter. Oh my God, I'm getting tongue-tied from Spanish to English. You see, this is when I have to do the switch. So that everything that she has sacrificed, it's okay because they have helped her out to be a better person, right?
Yes.
So that's that.
Also because I'm really proud to represent my country, and there is no like a big sacrifice in the journey.
I think that's true. When you're actually doing it from the bottom of your heart, it's not a sacrifice.
Not a sacrifice.
So before we continue with the next three girls, we just want to show you another thing that the Miss Supranational 2019 will get. And this is a hotel to stay at in Krabi in Thailand. So for the winner, you better invite me. Let's check it out. So we're back. What a nice apartment that girl will get. Anyways, let's go with the next three girls that are gonna be answering the questions from the fans. And next in line is Slovakia. So this comes from Liabelata. Again, I'm sorry if I'm saying the Instagram handles wrong, but your question is, have you experienced criticism for competing in pageantry? If so, how did you handle it?
Well, I must say that maybe I'm very lucky, but criticism, I hadn't experienced this in a beauty pageant, because my family and my friends and also people around me was like very supportive, and also my friends and my mom, they told me like you should try it, because they always knew that I want to try it, but I didn't have like the courage to actually send the video and a formula to my national beauty pageant. But like last year, it was this year. Yeah, so this year, I'm sorry. So this year they told me like you should try it, just go ahead. And now I'm so lucky that I actually
Did try it out?
Yeah, agree with them, and I tried it. Well, so I didn't have much criticism because, like I said, my friends and family, they were always supporting me, and that's what I like about them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Coming from Latino countries,
Different.
it's a little bit harder. As soon as you get announced,
In
it's like
Latin America,
they love you and they hate you at the same
We are so
time.
passionate about beauty.
They're very
pageants.
passionate.
That was.
So you're very blessed. So the next question is for Zambia. So your question is, who inspires you and why? And this comes from Lisa Beta.
Okay, so like every girl, I'm inspired by my mother, but aside from family, I'm inspired by Audrey Hepburn. This is because I admire how she managed to be a humanitarian and still not neglect herself, because sometimes when we help other people, we get so engulfed in having to help people that we forget about our dreams and the things that make us who we are. And she managed to balance her life so well that she did a lot of humanitarian work, and she was a great actress, and she won a lot of awards. And most importantly, because I love fashion, she was a big fashion icon.
Yeah, she is. She still is.
Oh, she is. Sorry, I'm so sorry. She is a big fashion icon, and I feel like we connect with each other through that.
That's nice. Wow, that's not something I was expecting. Like, I like it.
Yeah.
Nice answer. So, to continue, let's go with Iceland. So, what is one thing someone might be surprised to know about you?
Good question. I think I would say Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And
I can actually agree that someone would be surprised.
Yes,
I
actually. Because I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because it's both the physical and the mind. Mm-hmm. So it's these two things that you put together, and it's a martial art, but it's not a violence. So when you're doing it, it's just like playing chess. Do you say it?
Yes.
Yeah. Chess. Yeah. So it's one thing, and you have to know 2 steps, like plan A and B. If someone do something, you have to know everything. Yeah. I would say someone would be surprised by that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, I agree because I was.
Okay.
So these were the fan questions. You girls did amazing. They didn't even know what was going on, who was going to answer what. So very well, girls. Good job. Anyways, to end up this Supra chat, our first episode, don't forget to go into the Miss Supranational app so you can actually vote for the girls, because after this chat ends, you can vote for them and help them maybe get into the top 25, because 4 girls will get into the top 25 on our final night on December 6th. So thanks for watching. Say bye, girls. Bye.